For Tim Timmons of Garland, multiple sclerosis did more than just take away his ability to walk.
You know, you wake up in a fetal position, cringing from the pain every day. It's just no fun.
Several years ago, the one-time bull rider and high school football player says a friend suggested something different.
So I tried it, and whoa!
Marijuana is a kind of medicine. He admits smoking it every day, especially at bedtime, to help sleep.
It makes all the difference in the world.
Timmons says he has no problem smoking pot on TV because he believes the issue needs public attention.
I would honestly love to be arrested for this. Honestly, I would.
I think the negatives are much higher than the positives.
Groups like the Texas Eagle Forum say marijuana, even for medical reasons, should stay illegal.
The next step, as you're seeing in California and some of these other states, they want to legalize it for recreational use. So it doesn't just stop with just medical use.
Not so, say promoters of a medical marijuana law in Texas.
Marijuana gave my wife back to me.
Stephen Betson's wife has Lyme disease.
It was painful to watch. I mean, I'd wake up every morning, if you can imagine, waking up to the one next to the one you love, listening to them cry every day.
A few years ago, she tried marijuana.
Within a week after using marijuana, we were able to dance in our living room, which was something that had been taken away from us.
Betson founded the Texas Coalition for Compassionate Care, a group pushing to legalize marijuana as a medicine with the doctor's approval.
I think you could take any of these people that are against us and put them in my position, and their hearts would change immediately if it was their loved one.
Well, there we go. And that's the dividing line that I'm talking about in America. You can see people who were suffering had found medication to deal with their pain, and then you had somebody come along and say, oh no, they shouldn't have that. Too bad if they're suffering. They should keep suffering and pain because there are people who out there who might go out and use that drug recreationally. My good heavens indeed. And let me tell you something else too, because they did it in California, you know. That's right, some of them had recreational sex. Can you imagine? We have to stop the beasts. We have to stop them. And some of them are Mexican. I'm from Texas. We have a lovely plantation system in my neck of the woods. It works fine for us. We just have to keep them out. They smoke that marijuana, you know, so that's why we made it illegal. But it's not racial profiling now. And you know the best part of it? The Mexicans go right along with us. Mexican government. Yes, sir, whatever you say, sir. You say up is down and down is up. No problem. This isn't medicine, or it is, but it doesn't matter. People should suffer because they're Mexicans? Huh. What's up with that? But that's the dividing line. I mean, Christ could come with a second coming, and I can tell you right now with the bit I know as a bard with poetry and stories from somebody who's walked the road for it. All right, and got the stories and poetry to prove it. That lady from Texas there with the Eagles, running her mouth, being a nosy neighbor, sticking it where it don't belong, willing to see people suffer for her tidy little world to continue the way it is. She would be the one left standing and the folks that were smoking the pipe be taken up. Okay? That's how that reality works, the sublime reality. All right, now here's a poem for that lady and the rest of the folks like that. This poem is anal. Regular folks have assholes and shit. Refined persons have anuses and defecate. That's 'cause they're superior assholes. No shit. That's what we got going on, folks. That woman, that plantation mentality, going back to laws that were passed in the 30s under mass hysteria. People didn't have access to the information that was available. They were hoodwinked at the bequest of people like her. And all the people suffering because of people like her. This is a Jim Crow law. We have gang war going on right now. There are young women being raped 3-4 every hour with house invasions because there's complete lawlessness. And we are following the idiocy of that person? She's the one in her kind ruling the land? I think it's time to give that lady a message. Go take a flying fucking a rolling donut for yourself. Time to wake up, folks. Okay, it's clear, one way or the other, we're conscious and having, if you don't have a conscience, if you want to leave people suffering, for all you Christians out there, for all you the ladies like that, oh, I'm sure she's the perfect one that will go to church. And I know, so pleasing to God that she's a Republican as well. The very best kind. They got God in their back pocket. Do you want the plantation system? I'm sure it'll be provided again in its hidden forms today. And the folks will just go along with it, you know. Lady, we wake up sooner or later and this is it, so you're on the run right now. This is the Alamo and you're on the wrong side, lady. Okay? You're on the wrong side. It's time for us to keep people like you outside and start this all over again as neighbors, minding our own business and having discernment on the subject of what is a gift from God. That's right. Marijuana, medicine for people who were suffering. Look through the telescope. This is the same thing as the time of Galileo. We're still condemning Galileo, and she's the lady condemning it. That guy who was saying, who was crippled there with pain. And that poor guy, people want him to go to bed suffering every night when there's medication available provided by planting a seed in the earth, Mother Nature doing the rest, has to be harvested. Minimal care under regular conditions, farming conditions, farming. That's how twisted, that is how perverse, that is the know-nothing, nativist, truculent, bloviating, barbaric demagoguery of the likes of that woman right there. Okay, so obviously you got the good people on both sides right there from Texas, and that's where the showdown is right now. Okay, so it's time to make up your minds, America. You can't have it both ways. Look through the telescope. And if you come back and you agree with that woman, then your ass will be left here too with that second coming. Okay, because that's a hellish point of view. No compassion there, you see. Just merciless suffering for ones you don't like in your own sick little twisted world. Oh man, you're as twisted as Dick Cheney, and you don't get more twisted than that. That's it. Oh.
Got it?
Yep.